Hey guys, I'm sick today, feeling pretty shitty. So I have to say, I think this is the first time ever on the Beaver Bunch history I have made a video with lip gloss only. That's unheard of. The first question is, when you came out, did any of your straight female friends automatically assume you were telling them because you were attracted to them? How did you handle that? No, I never had any of my female straight friends automatically assume I thought they were hot. Maybe it's because when I started coming out to my friends, it normally involved me hysterically crying. And I guess when you're hysterically crying and coming out to someone, there's really no opportunity to be like, hey, do you think I'm sexy? However, when I meet new people and they find out that I'm gay or I tell them I'm gay, chances are it's pretty early on in the friendship. So either they assume it in their head that, oh my god, what if she's attracted to me, but never say it out loud, or they just don't really care. But I've never actually had to face it with anyone. So I can't exactly say how I handled it because it's never happened, but if I would have to handle it, I think I would just handle it with the most amount of respect you can have in that situation and just simply tell them, no, I'm telling you because it's who I am, it's part of my life, and not because I think you're hottie. So the next question is, I'm in love with my straight best friend, now what? Oh, this is a rite of passage. This is a rite of passage. I have yet to meet anyone in the community that this hasn't happened to. And it's miserable. It's miserable. Horrible. I wish this on no one, and yet we all seem to go through it. When I was first realizing that I had feelings for women but didn't understand them and didn't know that I was gay, I totally fell madly in love, head over heels, with my best friend in high school. And I mean madly, madly in love. She would get a boyfriend and I would lock myself in my bedroom for 3 days. I wouldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I would just cry. It was so hard. It was just so hard. And I remember putting her in situations that were just totally uncalled for. Like, other friends were experimenting with kissing and I would be like, oh, we should kiss, which is horrible to do to your straight best friend who's not interested in kissing you. But I didn't know what to do with all these feelings, and I was a total depressive, horrible mess. I just remember keeping this journal where I would just write how I knew I'm not gay, but I have all these feelings, you know, for my best friend, and all I want to do is just not be here anymore. Just not be in this world so that I wouldn't have to deal with all these emotions that I have. It was a really hard time for me. Probably one of my darkest times, actually. And the now what portion of that, I wish coming out of it I could tell you some fabulous, wonderful now what. It's just realizing that it's just not going to happen. And as much as you wish it, and as much as you will it, and as much as every fiber of your being wants it to happen, it can't. It just can't happen. So, like some of the other, beavers said, just if you feel that way, if you feel it just starting, do whatever you can to stop it, because it's just not going to end well. It's not. She's your straight best friend, and if you want to keep that friendship, if you want to keep that part of the relationship intact, you can't let your emotions and your feelings get the best of you. Because what happened in that situation is, when me and my best friend went off to separate colleges, I knew how hard it was going to be for me to watch her get a new best friend, for me to watch her date from another state even, just knowing that she was doing all this without me, or just not having me in her life the way she used to. I caused such a huge fight between us. And hindsight is 20/20. At the time, I thought the fight was valid. I thought I was totally justified for having the fight, but it was my way of breaking things up so I didn't have to hurt anymore. And I just caused this huge fight. And I just remember her just crying hysterically and me crying hysterically. And we didn't talk for 4 years. Then when I realized I was gay, I felt that I kind of owed it to come out to her, kind of explain why I had put her in all those situations, and that I was so incredibly sorry, because above all, I just missed our friendship. I really did. And to this day, I miss our friendship. We were really good friends, and I went crazy lesbian on her ass, but I felt that I owed it to her to come out, and I came out to her, and we had just started talking again. And I had come out to her, and I was excited and nervous to tell her, because I thought it would take the blame, if she had any, over our fight or over any situation during our friendship, that all of a sudden that would go away, because she knew that it was coming from my side, that I was going through all these things and it wasn't her. And when I told her I was gay, she was pretty silent. She didn't have much to say. And I pretty much haven't spoken to her since then. So that's how that ended. So you see, folks, it's not a good situation at all. And actually, she's the only person in the world so far that I've told that wants nothing to do with me after I told them. And I don't think it's because she doesn't like gay people. She was very open-minded always. I think it's just, it hit too close to home for her to be comfortable with it, because she was straight, and she knew at one point I had these feelings for her. So regardless, long story short, clearly, it's not good. It doesn't end well. It never ends well. I don't know one story that ends well when you're in love with your straight best friend, and it happens all the time. On the first little feeling you get that you may be in love with your straight best friend, do not pass go. Do not collect the $200. Join a GLBT group in your high school or on campus or something, and meet a nice gay or bi girl, whatever, that's willing to love you back, because it's just not going to end well. I just want to save you guys from the pain and suffering that is the straight best friend love. It just doesn't go well. What do you do when you have a major crush on a straight woman that you absolutely 100% definitely and surely cannot have? I don't know. I feel like it's one of these things that you always want what you can't have. It just makes it that much more, I don't know, maybe people are up for the challenge, but again, it doesn't end well. I mean, anytime that you fall for a straight girl, or anytime you fall for something that you can't have, there's probably a reason that you can't have it. Therefore, you probably shouldn't go after it. And I know it's tough, baby beeves. I know it's nearly impossible to be able to control who you have a crush on, who you fall in love with, but I think it's important to put yourself in situations that allow you to meet other people that would like you back and that you can have. Because to be in a situation where you're pining for someone that you absolutely 100% definitely and surely cannot have, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, and it's hurtful, and it's hard. So the best way to deal with that is to just not put yourself in that situation, if at all possible. There you have it. There's my ode to straight women video, as I'm sick and on cold medicine, so anything I say cannot be held against me in a court of law. But to those out there that are going through the heartbreak and the hurt of falling in love or crushing on a straight girl, I wish you nothing but the best. You have a comrade in me. You have a friend in me. I get that. Who is there? I know what it's like. So start putting yourself in situations where you find some fantastic, wonderful woman that likes other women. That is the key. But in the meantime, take care of your hearts, and I will see you all next week. Mwah. Bye.